Welcome back. You are watching the Sunday Footy Show. It wasn't that long ago we were bemoaning the Fremantle Dockers and wondering just what the heck had gone on with them in terms of their wheels falling off. But not only are the wheels back on, they're slipping into top gear.
It was a really good, strong win last night. The Bombers kicked the first 2 goals and it was all Freo from that point on. Merritt and McGrath tried hard with 29 and 27, but Luke Jackson was brilliant. Henry had his best ever game. His previous best disposals was 21. He got 32. But the Dockers' best player actually joins us. Best player last night, the best player all year has been Caleb Serong. Thanks for joining us, Caleb. And can you take us through the week you had and how you unpacked that Giants game, because you rebounded so well last night?
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Yeah, it was a tough one. It was a tough one to take. It was probably the toughest and worst game I've been a part of with the Dockers. So it's sometimes it's not even the amount you lose, but it's the way you lose. And the way we played last week, we didn't value the right things. We didn't do the things that we value as a team and make us the team we do. So that was really disappointing. But during the week, I guess you can kind of try and find the silver bullet and the answer at times, and then you can kind of drive yourself crazy with trying to find the singular fix. So for us, it was just about getting back to the process and having a real mindset to get better, and felt like the guys really embraced that during the week, which is great.
So they kicked the first 2 goals, the Dons, that looked pretty slick and sharp, but after that I thought you overwhelmed them with pressure. I haven't seen them go lateral or sideways and backwards and fumble like they did last night, so you must have been wrapped with the pressure that you put on them.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a part of our game that when we're at our best, we're bringing, and last week it was really poor. So I know Giants had a lot more disposals and contested possessions than we did, and they also beat us in the tackles, especially around clearance. So as a midfield group, that was something that we really wanted to get to work in, and we've spoken all season with the defenders that when we're pressuring the ball, it makes their job a lot easier. So we know that's our job, and if we lose a clearance, we need to have a lot of pressure on the footy. And we know the Bombers they're the best team in the comp from transition ball from their D50 to inside 50. So we knew we were going to have our work cut out for us in Team D, and we felt like we were able to somewhat limit that and get some looks going back the other way.
I'd imagine you put a premium on clearances when you've got players like yourself, Brayshaw and Nat Five, who's come back into the side. He's played a bit of forward, played a bit of midfield, but how much time do you expect him to play in there with you?
Yeah, he's been great. He's building week on week. He's doing a lot of work during the week in centre bounce and stoppage stuff. So I feel like even the stuff you're seeing, some of his one touch like that, those kind of actions you can kind of see starting to come out in his game. The touch is coming back. So really looking forward to seeing him continue to play in there and keep building those loads and keep getting better and better each week, which he's doing.
Caleb, talk to me about Liam Henry. Lordy mentioned his 32 disposals last night, previous best 21, picked 9 in 2019. We can all see the talent that is there. Has there been a level of frustration that it hasn't all quite come together for him until this point?
I think as high draft picks coming in, there's always a sense of wanting to rush and be impatient, I guess, and that's more so probably from an individual point of view as well as a fan and club point of view. So with Liam, we've always seen his talent and what he can do, and some of his best stuff. It's been about consistency and bringing the consistency of training and habits during the week, and then that translates to game day. And he's done a lot of work in the last 12 months, especially on bringing that consistency day to day at training, and with his attitude and with his application to getting better. And last night was a great 4-quarter performance for him. I'm really proud of the way he played, and he's doing the work day to day, like I said. So it's no surprise that he's getting those results game day.
And Caleb, speaking of high draft picks, as you just did there, you drafted one in last year, or recruited one in last year in Luke Jackson, who had a slow start to his time as a Docker, but it's starting to come together for him right now, predominantly as a forward last night. Do you feel he's still only scratching the surface of what he could do even inside this season?
Yeah, definitely. You don't really know what some guys are capable of until you get them within the club and the 4 walls, and you see them every day. And what I saw in the pre-season of him in little handball games, in small-sided games, was incredible. He's got something special from someone that's so tall and so big, but his ability to repeat effort and get his hands dirty and win ground-level balls is incredible. So yeah, he's dominating as a forward at the moment, and I've got no doubt in the future he can play a lot more on ball and be that big body midfielder. But I think having Sean come back in as well allowed him to reset forward and really play to his strengths. But I think it was really quite unfair early in the year, and he knew that he was going to kind of cop it a little bit. But it's tough to walk into a new team and a new club, especially when the rest of the team's not playing that well and really perform. So he's just continuing to get better, like I said. But yeah, we always knew it was going to take a little bit of time, but credit to him.
Caleb, I've got an All-Australian selector to my right, and Kane Corns will be talking about your name a fair bit, I would have thought, in the next 8 to 10 weeks, or because of what you're doing this year. 32 disposals, 10 clearances, 12 score involvements. Can I ask you around your role? So how many minutes do you go in the midfield before you need to come off or go forward? I'm just interested in how it works for you.
It's quite flexible at times, but for me, I'm usually 10 minutes at the start of the quarter and then come off and then try and run out the quarter after that. And Andy and I usually kind of change it up. One of us goes off at the 5, one of us goes off at the 10. So often during the quarters, from the first to the second, we can change it up and try to keep each other fresh. But we've got a lot of young guys spinning through there now, Jono and Neil Erasmus, and obviously Fifey and Jager. So these kind of guys, we've got a lot of numbers spinning through, so we're able to split out to the wing and get a spell as well if we need.
Caleb, I think you've been over in Perth for 4 years now. It's a long way from Inverloch. You still loving it?
Yeah, I love it. I love it over here. It's the beaches, the weather. It's been great. I've loved my time over here. The club's been great, and I'm pretty settled over here, which is nice.
The votes last night, you were the clear best on ground for mine. 9 votes for you. Luke Ryan took 18 marks behind the ball. He was awesome as well. Luke Jackson, the best forward game that I've seen him play, and Henry for his breakout game.
Yep, I reckon you nailed it, Lordo. Caleb, we're going to send this prize pack over to your way in Perth. It is the best in the business. We'll start with the JLab headphones, a pair of those. They pack over 70 hours of playtime thanks to JLab, your kind of tech. The Odyssey White Hot Versa putter valued at $450. There's the Clutch & Co. Golf apparel, head-to-toe package from Clutch & Co. Also, the Callaway for golf lovers. There's the Tour cap from Callaway, as well as 4 Travis Matthews caps to keep the whole playing group happy. The OGO bag, which, Brownie, I know you love, $150 voucher for a bag of your choice at OGO. Check out the range, auogo.com. Bar Fridges Australia, great supporters of ours, a custom-designed bar fridge. Keep your drinks cool with a fridge with your name on it. The Aquilas, premium quality footwear since 1958. 2 cartons of the Fizz Functional Sparkling Water, 0 sugar and barely a calorie in sight. The Rix Eyewear that inspires confidence, rixeyewear.com.au. There they are, there you'll look pretty cool in those. And a meal courtesy of our friends at Platform 28, our favourite pub right here in Docklands.
I've always paid there, Damo. So.
Yeah, right.
Caleb can go there next week. I think you're at Marvel Stadium against the Doggies, aren't you, Caleb?
Yeah, might have to head over there and have a feed.
The dumplings are good.
Yeah, dumplings are very, very good.
And the soup.
And the soup.
Yeah.
Can't...
Lukey Ryan will love that then.
Yeah, exactly. Have I paid you for that soup?
Of course you haven't.
I will.
You should settle that before you go away.
Yeah, I will. Do you take English pounds? Yeah. All right, good stuff. Good to see you, Caleb, and continued success. And as Lordo said, you might just find yourself in an All-Australian blazer come season's end. So good on you, mate.
Thanks, Chomp Chomp.
He's doing so well.
That is good.
That's a good one.
Look at him.
He likes it.
Just a subtle one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I'll cop it from Caleb. He's a good kid.